Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much for joining me today, I really appreciate it. Dylan, Pepe Virgo, Pokeline Man, The Saturation, thank you guys so much for being here. And so as you can see, we are going to be starting off with Gardevoir Gallade for Expanded. It's similar and not so similar to the standard deck, I guess. Gallade is definitely not a card that's available. And Pokeline Man, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe, very kind of you. And likewise, Gravesoft for the 25 bits, very kind of you. Thank you so much. And remember guys, you can send bits as M&Ms in case you want to try that out. You just have to type Happy Table Cheer and then the number you want to cheer. Thank you so much Gravesoft for the bits. RealGames.ca, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Trippin and Shroomish as well. Thank you guys so much. And so, we are going to be taking a look at Gardevoir with Ninetales. This is very similar to the deck that I ended up winning Vancouver Regionals a year ago. However, it had Sylveon rather than Ninetales. Now, what's the difference? Well, they're both decent attackers. They're both 200 HP. Fairy type Pokemon. Vulpix is slightly better than Eevee in some situations, slightly worse in others. The Saturation, thank you so much for the M&M, very kind of you. Very kind of you. I'm actually really looking forward to eating some peanut butter M&Ms now that I'm going to Anaheim. It's been a long time since I had some peanut butter M&Ms. So yeah, Ninetales very different from Sylveon in some aspects, very similar. And Gravesoft, thank you so much for the extra 10 M&Ms, very kind of you. So yeah, let's take a look into the main players of the deck. We have Gardy with its 230 HP, its ability Secret Spring. Once during your turn before you attack, you may attach a fairy energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Infinite Force deals 30 damage for each energy Gardy and your opponent's active Pokemon has. Therefore, potentially infinite damage, but we're looking to hit the really good numbers like 180 or 210. Now it helps that if our opponent doesn't have energy and we're not doing enough damage, that's fine because that means their Pokemon are not being powered up. And if they are being powered up, then we get to deal even more damage. And then we have the Twilight GX attack where we shuffle 10 cards from our discard pile and we put them back into the deck, thus preventing situations where we would deck ourselves out, and we also nullify things like Trash Challenge from dealing too much damage. Now as a pairing we also have Gallade, which evolves from the same Pokemon family, Ralts and Kirlia. It's a fighting type, 150 HP, fighting type obviously being very good against decks like Zord. We have the ability Premonition, where once during your turn before you attack you may look at the top 5 cards from your deck and put them back on top in any order. Really nice and pairs very cool, very good with auxiliaries, Abyssal Hand, and then we have the Attack Sensitive Blade, which does 60 damage, and if you played a supporter card from your hand during this turn, this attack does 70 more damage. So a really nice pairing there. We even have the extra Ralts in the form of Ditto, although it can only go through Kirlia and then into a stage 2, but this 4-1-3-2 line should be pretty good. Now we also have the Alolan Ninetales, as I mentioned. It has the ability Mysterious Guidance. When you evolve Vulpix into Ninetales, you can search your deck for 2 item cards and you reveal them and put them into your hand. Namely, we're going to be looking for things like Verse Seeker, Ultra Wolf, and most importantly rare candies to get to our stage 2s. Now we have Snowy Wind and Connor Gamer, thank you so much for the follow. We have Snowy Wind dealing 70 damage and dealing 30 damage to one of our opponent's bench Pokemon, so if you place the damage correctly, that's essentially one less energy Gardevoir will need to have in order to get a one-hit KO. And then we have Sublimation GX, which immediately one-hit KOs the opponent's active Pokemon if it is an Ultra Beast, namely Buzzle, which should be the most popular Ultra Beast out there. Now, wow, Gravesoft, thank you so much for the extra 45 M&M bit, very kind of you. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Then we have the 1-1 auxiliary line, Abyssal Hand. You get to draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand, which is pretty cool. Then being covered right here, yeah, right behind this part, I am going to be reworking all of this soon, but right now it's covering the Giratina promo, which we have in order to prevent Trevenant Break from completely demolishing us. Its ability means Break Pokemon don't have abilities, therefore Trevenant Break doesn't stop our item cards, and Greninja Break can't use Giant Water Shuriken either. The attack obviously doesn't matter. And then we have 2 double A-Lays for support. Now, one advantage of having Vulpix over Eevee is that Vulpix does have the beacon attack where we get to search for 2 Pokemon. It's also a free attack, which is really cool. And we have the Ditto Prism Star as well, which can be a 3rd Vulpix, a 2nd Remoraid, and almost a 5th Ralts. Gravesa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's what the channel is for, right? And then supporters wise, we have quite a variety. We have 2 Bridget, 2 N, 2 Guzma, and then we have 1 of each Colress, Cynthia, and Juniper to give us flexibility into what we want to do or how we want to draw cards, with discarding, with not discarding, or more than 7 with Colress. Then we have 4 Ultra Balls and 4 Rare Candies, of course, for maximum consistency. Triple Verse Seeker, 2 Field Blowers, single Super Rod, single Computer Search, and then 2 Choice Bands and 1 Floatstone. And I forgot to mention the Teammates, which is also a pretty cool card to have. We might end up losing Vulpixes early, or Ralts, or the Ditto, so Teammates allows us to immediately search for Rare Candy and the Pokemon that we need, or something like that. 7 Basic Fairy, 4 DCs round out the deck, and so we are going to be playing in the ladder and see what happens. Beto Sunlight, this is a live stream. This is indeed a live stream. Sometimes I show reruns on the channel, but right now this is you are currently watching live. How do you know? Well, I just responded to your question. So Tonga's Maximus, this is definitely live. Hello Josh, thanks so much for being here. And we lose a good flip, so we're going second against Jin. And we have an awful hand. We really need a good top deck here to save our butt. We really need a good top deck to save our butt here, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Ralts. Definitely benching the other Ralts and the Remoraid. It would be super nice if our opponent used that end here. That would be really kind of them. I was about to sneeze, and then I didn't. It's really annoying when you want to sneeze, but then you don't. Okay, so my opponent is playing a Zoroark deck. Leads off with a Bridget, which is ideally what we would want to do. Why is a rollover Max Potion? So you don't discard the energies indeed. It's a little bit more conservative. You could play, you could easily play Max Potion as well. And it is searchable for Ninetales. Ideally, you would play both, but I don't think we can afford it. And so our top deck is Vulpix, which is not a terrible top deck, right? It's definitely not a terrible top deck. My opponent has 5 cards. He's playing a Zoroark Vileplume deck, which is pretty scary. So I'm gonna go ahead and beacon for a Ninetales and a Lele here. Ninetales could get me the Rare Candy. Hopefully I can set up my stage 2 before she can, although it's not looking likely. Though promoting a Vulpix might indicate that my opponent wants to beacon. But there's a Ninetales, so we are definitely not going to be able to play item cards anymore. This is expanded indeed. Also Leleable, but Max Potion is Ninetales-able, right? Okay, so we're definitely gonna see the Vileplume get set up here. So our Kirlia is going to be one of the most crucial cards, or maybe not. We're gonna see a trade, discarding Parallel City. Attaches DC, we're gonna lose our Vulpix. Oh my gosh. So what just happened? My opponent got the absolute perfect hand. Wow. Double float stones, retreat, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much, Daddy Sard. Very, very kind of you. We are about to get wrecked here. Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. That was too strong of a turn for my opponent. She didn't even need Vileplume to lock us out of the game. She got that second float stone, she had the DC, she knocked out her Vulpix. Thank you so much for the M&Ms. Those are the bits that you can use exclusively on my channel. Yeah, you can, instead of gifting bits, you can give out M&Ms, and I'm a big fan of M&Ms. So, V Greens, I am going to Anaheim. I fly tomorrow. And there are different colored M&Ms, that is hard. There are different colored M&Ms. This deck might just be too clunky for expanded. I mean, my opponent's start was honestly unbelievable. So, how did I get those, Daddy? Well, I get them because I'm a Twitch partner. And the M&Ms I made myself. Yeah, I animated them myself, I made them myself. Okay, so we're up against Ho, which should be a very good matchup for us. And we have the turn 1 Bridget, which is pretty good. We have the turn 1 Bridget, which is pretty good because we will be able to set up a Ninetales, set up a Gardevoir. So I think these three are pretty good. Now I already have the rare candy. And my opponent should definitely not be able to knock me out. Yeah, this should be a pretty good match for us, especially if he ends up using Kiawe onto the active. Should be a pretty easy match. Definitely quite a different start than the previous game. Definitely quite a different start. So we're gonna see the Mysterious Treasure into Lele into Kiawe. So if Kiawe is the active, we're gonna get Rare Candy Guardian knockout on the Ho-Oh, and then I fully expect my opponent to immediately concede after that. Right? We're gonna see it Lele. We're gonna see the Kiawe. This is indeed expanded, Ben J. Okay, so the Dawnwings, I assumed he went for it in order to protect the Ho before he would Kiawe, but my opponent does not. Yeah, so, I mean, he technically doesn't know I have the game-winning cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, technically, the two cards I'm about to get with the Ninetales are just gonna be Discard Fodder. So I'm gonna grab two cards I don't mind discarding, such as the, well, the Field Blowers could be useful later on, right? So I'll guess, yeah, let's discard these two, right? Because I need every other card in my hand. I literally need every other card in my hand to get a knockout. Oh, I don't need the Choice Band, I guess. But the Choice Band is great for later on. The Choice Band is pretty good for later on. I mean, at best, like at worst, you attach 3 energy to make it not as easy for me to get a knockout. The Choice Band is simply useful after I knock this guy out to just win the game in a few more turns. That is our thank you so much for the host, very kind of you. And I even get another Rare Candy Gardevoir just to add insult to injury for my opponent. Nothing else, I'm not going to play anything else down. I want to keep the bench space open, so that's why I'm not benching the Ralts or the Ditto. And then I could end up needing the Lele to search for a supporter, so we're just going to keep it cool for now. And my opponent not giving up. Yeah, definitely if he had promoted the Dawnwings Necrozma and then had like Ken, thank you so much for the follow, and then had like double Volcanion EX plus Floatstones and then Steam Up, knock out my Guardy, that would have been a big problem, right? That would have been a very big problem. But that was not the case. So we're gonna see an acrobatic. I assume my opponent's gonna go for another Kiawe, or attempt to go for another Kiawe here. There's the energy for turn, there's a Shaman for 2. Providing a super easy target to close out the game. There's another Ho. And are we gonna see the Kiawe? Are we gonna see the Nitro Tank? That could also be an option, and it seems like we are going to see the Nitro Tank. But that Guzma just lets me Lele for Guzma. Yeah, so that's why keeping the Lele as a Lele was super important. Yeah, and keeping the bench space open was super important. Imagine if I didn't have the bench space right now. TRQ, thanks so much for the follow. If I didn't have the bench space right now, I would be in a little bit of trouble, I guess. Right? In a little bit of trouble. Because this Ho would be powered up, and I wouldn't have too much going for me. However, I'm just gonna copy my opponent, Lele for the potentially game-winning card. And by copy my opponent, I mean when he used Lele for the Kiawe, which is his main strategy. I definitely don't see how my opponent can recover from this. Even if he gets energy on Turtonator, plus Choice Band, plus 2 Volcanic Exes, plus 2 Fire Energies, and Sombra 7 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for resubscribing, very kind of you. Hello Joe Bro, thanks so much for being here. And Kaio, all good, thank you so much. Okay, so my opponent not gonna give up. He will end up ending me down to 2 cards. I haven't thinned my deck a lot. So the Guzman and the Choice Band are definitely not useful cards at this point. There's a Choice Band for my opponent. So I assume he's gonna Bright Flame me for 160 damage, 190 damage, sorry. And yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Finds a stadium so he can get extra draw off of that, and not giving up my opponent, which is very honorable, I guess. Top decking Dizzy would be game for my opponent. This Ultra Ball is just insanely lucky for myself, right? Insanely lucky for myself. Gives a well played, so a very nice opponent, just not scooping and playing it, giving it his all, and was definitely how you came back, right? And me dead drawing. I actually don't find anything too useful out of the N, so I'm gonna go ahead and Infinite Force for some damage, and then we're gonna lose the Guardy, and then we just need to find any energy will win us the game. We're gonna see a Blacksmith. A simple Shell Trap finishes me off. No reason to discard the energy to protect yourself. There's the Shell Trap. And hello Collapsing, thank you so much for being here. And there's the Guardy. So we just need a Fairy Energy, right? All we need is a Fairy Energy. We're gonna play down that. We are going to thin the 2 rare candies. And I'm not gonna grab anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and Abyssal Hand, draw 3, and then if nothing useful here, there's the energy. So GG to my opponent. Had a pretty solid start myself. This is a really good matchup for Guardy. Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of Kiawe decks for the most part. Especially if you go second, you're at such a big disadvantage, and your Kiawe Pokemon becomes such a big target. Okay, so on to the next game. Psychic deck with a water type Pokemon. What could that actually be? I get to go first, which is great. Psychic Pokemon with a psychic deck with a water type Pokemon. We have a sad-ish hand here. I will be able to set up a Ninetales next turn, which is kind of useful. DC is nice. Collapsing, what time is it in Mexico? Great stuff, thank you so much. 7 months in a row. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for resubbing. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go for Lele for Bridget here, because I can then use Ninetales to grab me and Ultra Ball to set up Octillery. Right now in Mexico it's 12:45, collapsing Gribble. So you are 7 hours ahead of me. And by the way, guys, Pokemon Go PvP is out. That was really cool yesterday. I definitely enjoyed battling. Okay, so Bridget for a Vulpix and double Ralts. I think that's the right play. All of my Pokemon should be safe. And then, do I attach an energy or not? I think I do. Because I might just start pressuring with Ninetales, right? So we're gonna pass. You're testing Sableye Garb and you think it's the best choice. That's fair. I'm not a big fan of Sableye Garb and those style of decks, but I do agree that it's a cool deck. Oh, so my opponent not having a great hand here. Just playing a town map and passing. And so computer search, floatstone, and then we're just gonna get the turn to win here. Thanks to that floatstone and the Ninetales. So sorry about that, opponent. Wish we could have had a better game. Duskmore deck is interesting for sure. And realgames.ca, thank you so much for choosing to use your Twitch Prime subscription on the channel. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and Gardevoir Valley GX for our efforts completing the first set of rewards for the ladder. So let's do one more Gardevoir games, or maybe a couple more. We're getting them subs back up indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nix, thank you so much for being here. And looking for another opponent. Plays Zoro Control, Collapsing Gribble. I've already played that, and like, because I do translate this content to YouTube, the video is very recent, so I'm not gonna be playing Zoro Control or Archie's Gravesell today, because I've already used them very recently. Yeah. Archie's is one of my options for the regional. Yeah, Archie's is one of my options for the regional. I am going to Anaheim, Tribune and Shroomish. I am going to Anaheim. I leave tomorrow, that's why I won't be streaming tomorrow. That is why I will not be streaming tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I am going to Anaheim. I'm looking forward to Anaheim. Gonna try and redeem myself from the mishap in Brazil, right? So really would love to close out 2018 with a big finish, because I haven't had a big finish all this year. Like, my last big finish was Memphis a year ago, and that's definitely not very nice for me. Okay, so I think Ultra Ball and Choice Band are the discardable cards here. It could be Super Odd as well, but I feel like these three are more expendable. Bremerade is in here, which is awesome. Let's just double check that we have Bridget. Yep. Will the Anaheim Regionals be streamed live? Unfortunately, no. As far as I know, there will not be a stream for Anaheim. My intention though is to do a video log. Like, it's something I've really been wanting to do for a long time now, and since I've been learning so much about, I guess I could have gone 3 routes and crafted Ditto. This is fine though. As long as we don't get delinquented on turn 1, we should be okay. So I don't think there's gonna be a stream for Anaheim, but I will try to video log this time. Like, that's okay. That is my intention, to video log the whole experience. Try to produce a cool video, yeah, about each and every tournament I end up going to. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's pretty bad that neither Harrogate or Anaheim are having a stream. Yeah, that's honestly very sad. And Graves, though, you think I'm going to do great in Anaheim? Thank you so much. I appreciate the sentiment. I'm definitely confident. Yeah, like I've been practicing a lot. I've been preparing a lot by myself, like with my friends and whatnot, and also with the people that I coach. So I'm really looking forward to Anaheim. Really looking forward to competing. Where is Anaheim next? That is in California. It's Anaheim, California. It's like 40 minutes to 1 hour away from Los Angeles. Okay. Not a great hand because we don't have access to Bridget. Don't think we've had a decent game with this. Either we lose immediately or we've just been stomping our opponents off of their awful hands. We get a Shaman start once again for my opponent. The raw Bridget, I assume this is some sort of Zord deck based on the Shaman start. Well, I guess, and the Bridget. I mean, the Bridget means no Archies. There's the Zoroark, there's the Sudowoodo, and there's a Ditto. It's where Disneyland is indeed. And the tournament is going to be at the same place where Worlds 2017 was, which is where I did pretty well. So it's like everything is lining up to where hopefully I'll do good there. So I'm gonna end. It's my best option here. I took it at Worlds, which is nice. And then I definitely think I'm gonna Ultra Ball here for. I mean, I could grab Vulpix and then Beacon, or I could grab Ditto and keep the DCE. The question is, will my opponent have Guzma, Zoroark, DCE? Hopefully not. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Vulpix here. Maybe I should have grabbed the Ditto because that gives me the option. I mean, I think I take the risk, right? In order for me to win the game, I have to take a risk because my start was so bad. Short flight for me, unfortunately, no. I have to go to Phoenix and then to LAX, so it's just like the other flights. It's gonna be just like the other flights, unfortunately. We're gonna see a Lele. Is that Lele for Guzma? I hope not. I certainly hope not. I mean, I don't mind if my run rate goes down. I just, oh my gosh. Yeah, he has the DC in hand then. And he's gonna knock me out with a Lele. Wait, what? Grab the Guzma? Oh, wow. Okay. So that's a thing. I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Between our bad start and my opponent's great handoff of my end. Oh boy. Versus Seekers, the Guzma that he just traded away. That he Wonder Tagged for. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna recover from this. I don't think we can recover. I need an incredible cold risk here. I need an incredible cold risk netting me at least 2 Ralts, and I get 0 Ralts. So I'm not even gonna bother. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. There's no coming back in that game. There's absolutely no coming back. So let's go again. Let's see if we can get a good game in today. Someone will probably record and upload the matches later on. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they'll have a recording area. But from what I hear, there's no stream. You're glad they're having at the convention center again. You didn't like the venue last year, Rail. Was I? Yeah, I was at Anaheim Regionals last year. Was I? Where was Anaheim last? Oh yeah, I didn't mind Anaheim Regionals last year. I definitely didn't mind it. Okay, now we have a pretty good hand. Hopefully my opponent has a pretty good hand as well after the mulligan. Yeah, like you see this hand and you're like, okay, this game is gonna be a long one, and some good decision making can get me far. Now, we know we're up against a puzzle deck. So Ninetales is gonna be extremely useful. The 2 extra cards we get are insane. Honestly, insane. So if our hand sticks for the next 2 turns, oh, never mind. If our hand had, wow, that was a great hand to have. Oh well. And he got the Beast Energy as well. So we went from a great hand to a very mediocre hand. Not unplayable, but very mediocre. Okay, at least we get a Guzma to protect the rolls. Big rip. Oh yeah, it was Costa Mesa. Right, it was Costa Mesa. There was no Anaheim Regionals last year, it was Costa Mesa. Okay, so the Diancie being there is nice because hopefully we can trap that. I mean, I fully expect my opponent to just go... oh, the other Vulpix top deck is actually decent because we can use the GX attack potentially. So at least we get to Beacon, right? At least we get to Beacon. And we get to go for Ninetales and Lele. Ninetales allows us to potentially immediately apply pressure. I didn't want to commit the DC, however. And then the Lele is just great because it can get us teammates, right? So next turn we could potentially get up to 4 very targeted cards. 2 item cards and then 2 anything other cards. So we could potentially set up Gallade and Gardevoir and take a knockout on that puzzle. Right? Because teammates gets me. I mean, I'll probably want to grab something else off of the teammates. I might not want to set up a second Gardevoir. I'll probably need a supporter, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, as long as teammates is in there, right? Which I honestly didn't check for. I honestly haven't checked for. I'm just assuming it is in there. 90% of the time it will be. So that's nice. But like worst case, we do set up. Like there's no way we don't set up a Gallade. Even if it's a costly way with having to fetch an Ultra Ball off of Mysterious Guidance, there's no way we don't set up a Gallade and we knock out this puzzle. Okay, so let's lead off with a Lele here. Lele will get me teammates, which is great. So teammates will get me Gallade and I already have the rare candy. I'm already playing as supporter, so the other card is basically free. So it should probably be a draw supporter, I feel. Right? Probably the Cynthia? Yeah, I think I like those two. So that will be my teammate. So now I have Rare Candy, Gallade, and this. And then the Ninetales will grab me. No, I don't think I want to end this early. And then the Ninetales will grab me. I mean, it could grab me Rare Candy and Ultra Ball. But then I'm losing too much. Well, not necessarily. Or maybe I just hold on to a Ninetales for now. I think that might be better. I'm gonna hold on to a Ninetales. I'm gonna use Premonition. I don't mind top decking a Gardevoir at all. That makes my Ninetales search a lot nicer for sure. Right? That makes my Ninetales search a lot nicer. And so we're gonna Sensitive Plate. Why I don't like end? Because I'm taking a prize this turn. So I'll be drawing 5 instead of 6. So I don't know. Like I don't expect my opponent to take a prize here. Because the Gallade is a threat, right? He might try to knock me out. I mean, he might try to get a prize rather, but... we'll see, we'll see. And could have been good. Yeah. But I feel like if he goes Guzman takes a prize here, then his board is very weak. Like I just knock him out with Gallade and then he doesn't have a great thing. I also have exactly Berserker for teammates as well, once again. So yeah. And Collapsing Rebel, wow, good luck with your concert. Good luck with your concert. Hopefully the stream helps you like relax and get your mind off of things a little bit. Okay. So my opponent really thinking things through here about what he needs to do. Okay, so my opponent chose not to do anything basically. So did he time out? Did my opponent actually time out? I'm gonna grab the rare candy, and what's the other item card that I'm gonna grab? I think the floatstone could be good. Okay, my opponent literally didn't attack me. So here's the thing though, I'm gonna take a knockout. I'm gonna be in Sledgehammer turn and Beast Ring turn. So I think I wanna prioritize powering up the Alolan Ninetales for Sublimation GX. Because worst case scenario, I take a knockout on a Baby Buzz and he's still in Beast Ring turns but no longer in Sledgehammer turn. And best case scenario, I'm able to Versus Seeker Kuzma, KO a Boss GX that gets Beast Ringed onto. So let's go ahead and Premonition. Computer Search seems like a pretty good top deck, honestly. So the rest probably won't matter too much. And then, yeah, my opponent seems like he just left after I knocked him out. So I don't think we've had a good game with this deck yet. So let's go again. With all the different relevant types in this deck, do you think a Friend Ball could be okay through Bandage? Yeah, I mean you benefit from Psychic types, you benefit from Fighting types. There's not too many Fairy types, I don't think. But yeah, Friend Ball could be a decent call. Mr. Rayleigh, thank you so much for being here. It's been a while. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Friend Ball could be decent. Okay, so we're up against the Imposter Tablemon. We are up against the Imposter Tablemon. Water too, yeah. Tablemon versus Tablemon indeed. Okay. It's like, you know that card Imposter Professor Oak? This is Imposter Tablemon. Now we have a pretty bad start, so this N has to be really good. Right? This N has to be really good. This is not a really good N. At least I get the Giratina, I guess. Like, I'd rather lose the Giratina than the Waltz. And I will pass. And I will pass. So there's Org. Jagan, do I think cheating is a threat in PTCG? I honestly don't think so, Jagan. I feel like whenever we hear about a cheating incident, like, it gathers so much attention that that's why, like, you hear about it a lot, and it feels like it's happening everywhere. But I like to believe in the like in the good of people and the good of their heart and whatnot. So I generally don't think cheating is it's obviously a problem. It will always, and like, as long as it exists, it will always be a problem. But I don't think it's like the end of the world like some people make it out to be, you know? Okay, so I figure I might as well try and go all in with the DC Rare Candy, and it pays off, right? It actually pays off. Because I do get the Rare Candy and I do get the Ultra Ball to search for Gallade. So, definitely no complaints from me here. We definitely want the Gallade here. We have the second Gallade. Yeah, so like I prefer to believe that 99.9% of the people playing Pokemon do not cheat. Yeah, that there is a percentage of people that cheat. Yes, there is, but I'd rather believe that they don't. Okay, I was thinking of Layla into teammates. However, I feel like the DC top deck is better because now I have full pick. So Ninetales could get me the cards I need to set up a second Gallade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Sensitive Blade here, get the knockout, get the 2 prizes. Pretty nice. Fede. Ya veo. So yeah, it's like when a cheating incident happens, you remember it, right? Like it's fresh in your mind. People, like you look at people who cheated, and you hear about it, and it's what everyone's talking about all the time. Yeah, but it's like when bad things happen on PTCGO or good things. Yeah, like it's easier for you to remember the good things than the bad things. Yeah, so that would be my argument for that. Okay, so we are going to get returned KO'd. Yeah, my opponent had literally all the cards he needed in order to deal with my Gallade, but hopefully the Vulpix into Ninetales will allow me to get myself the return KO thanks to this Juniper. This Juniper is a key card. Losing this rare candy is actually a big deal. Right? Losing this rare candy is actually a big deal. But there's nothing I can do about it, so just gonna go ahead and Juniper. I get the computer search, so that makes me a happy camper. Right? That makes me a happy camper, because I can go ahead and grab, I mean, Ninetales gets me Rare Candy plus Super Rod, and then Layla next turn gets me another Teammates to set up another Zorg, I mean another Gallade, a third Gallade. If I just grab the Rare Candy, then I still have the option of Ninetales. Or maybe I go Ninetales into double Rare Candy, because then I can grab... No, Teammates doesn't get me there. I think I'm just gonna grab the Rare Candy. Well, no, actually, I am going to grab Ninetales. And with Ninetales, I'm gonna grab Rare Candy and Field Blower. Right? That way, it's like it's an extra card my opponent needs in order to knock out my my Gallade, right? To return KO my Gallade again. So I'm gonna go ahead and Field Blower. He's gonna discard the Giratina and the Shaman, I would assume. Right? There's the Giratina, there's the Shaman, yep. As expected. And then definitely need to Premonition here. Ooh, the DC is nice. Because the DC means... No, I can't. No, never mind. I need the Versus Seeker into Colress. Right? Yeah, Versus Seeker into Colress is the right call here. Because even if my opponent delinquents me, then I am fine. And I am fine. I mean, hello Rhea. We don't know, right? We don't know like who's cheating, who's not, until they get caught. I like to believe in the good of people. Yeah, like I even played against Michael Long once, and I was like, well, he's a kid. The video from NAC, like meh, could go either way, and then he just cheated, right? So I've also been wrong about people. Okay. And yeah, like people, all the people who cheat and whatnot, like we all make mistakes, right? There are some people who are doing it deliberately, other people who might not be. It's difficult to say exactly like who deserves what, right? Who are we to say who deserves what? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna top the Colress, right? We're not going to be able to get a knockout next turn, but thanks to our dark type resistance, we shouldn't. There's no way we lose next turn. And, oh, never mind. My opponent's gonna be at 3 prizes, so never mind. The biggest issue here is I have lost 3 rare candies already. That is the big issue here. That is the big issue right here. So we're gonna see a compressor. If I were playing a Sudowoodo instead of Giratina, this would be a much easier match technically. But my opponent has had response to my Gallades both times. Right? Love Expanded Zoro. Yeah, Expanded Zoro is pretty good. Expanded Zoroark is definitely pretty good. So we're gonna see a Propagate. Double Propagate. So off of the Colress, can I really expect to get the last rare candy? I don't think I should expect that. I don't think it's very realistic. So I think benching the Lele and trying to poke with that could be a decent call. We'll see. So we're seeing extra trades. So it's like we've done nothing, right? Okay, so what should I do? The thing is, if I lose the Ralts, I lose the game. I still have another Ralts though. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, there's a first secret. Ultra Ball, I mean Lele into Teammates gets me rare candy party, but it doesn't get me anything else. So yeah, let's attach the choice band. Now let's Colress. I could bench the the Lele to draw an extra card, but I don't think I need to. I'm just gonna Colress here. Maybe go for Twilight. Maybe. Okay, so I do get the rare candy and the Guardy and the energies and the Ninetales. And I still have... No, I don't have the computer search. Never mind. Okay, so first Ultra Ball. Definitely going for Octillery, right? Which is prize, so never mind. So it's a Ralts then. My Octillery is prized. And then definitely going rare candy Guardy. And definitely using Secret Spring. Okay, so why am I in trouble? Because I don't have a Kuzma. I can Ninetales 4 versus Seeker. But that is not enough. So I think I need to keep this energy to retreat. So I'm just gonna Infinite Force for now. 120 damage. Why bench the Ralts? Because I needed to go into Kirlia to go into a potential Gardevoir or another Gallade. Yeah. I do not play Stretcher, no, just a Subrod. Gets rid of my choice band because I can't power up the Gallade tripping on Shroomish. Like the Gallade, I just attach an energy and say pass. Right? So Gallade is not good here. I need something that can take a hit. Did he prize his Foul Blade Zoroark? No, he discarded it in the beginning, which I think is a big mistake. But it's like, unless I attach a lot of energy to Gardevoir, it's not that big a deal. Thank you, Graveso. Very appreciate it. Really appreciate it, rather. So yeah, guys, like there was no other play right here. Why bench the Ralts for a potential extra cardi? We see the Ditto, we see a DCE, we see the Foul Play Zork. So now we've won, right? Oh no, we haven't won because he has no energy in this on this guy. Never mind, he has no energy on this guy. Okay, so we get delinquented. Yikes. I think I need to give the Versus Seeker, right? Losing the Super Rod is harsh. Losing the Super Rod is harsh. He's dealing 110 damage. Oh, and he removes the Zork. Very smartly done by my opponent. He removes the Zork. Therefore, I no longer have like an easy target to take down. You're gonna see a special charge. How much energy do I have left in the deck? I have 4 fairy energy and 1 DCE. Thank you, Jagan. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna Versus Seeker for the Colress once again. The best thing to do here would be to get Kirlia. Yeah, so this is why I benched the other Ralts, to get access to another Guardi. And then I do get the energy to get a KO on the Zork. However, this might be the time where... Nah. Well, maybe. If I had... If I had Octillery, this would be so much easier. How many energy does he have left? 2, okay. I mean, I have to go for this. Yeah, not having Octillery has been a pain. Maybe I should have attached to the Kirlia. Because this doesn't knock me out yet, at least. Choice Band gone, 120. I mean, Zork doesn't knock me out. He needs another Skyfield. That means he can't. Him needing another Skyfield means he cannot. Geez, no Octillery the whole game. Him having another Skyfield means, or having to play Skyfield in order to KO me means he cannot delinquent me, which is a big deal. Right? Which is a big deal. So, if I had another, yeah, not having Octillery might be the reason why I lose this match. Not having Octillery might be the reason why I lose this match, because I can never access energy without playing a supporter. And next turn I may need to Guzma. Never mind. Now I can't KO. Yeah, I can't KO anything next turn. He has not used a single Versus Seeker. That's impressive. So he needs Skyfield plus a big bench. How many basics does he have left? Because if he's forced to bench and execute, which he might be. If he's forced to bench executes, then that would be the win for me. If he has to bench an egg, then that's how we win. Yeah, if he has to bench and execute, then we definitely win. Because there's no more Zoruas. The Ditto Prism Star is gone for both of us. There's 2 Lele's. He could have another Shaman. Doesn't have Giratina. The only... Like, he could have another Lele and another Shaman. That's what he needs, right? There's a stadium. There is a stadium. Yeah, the fact that I never set up Octillery means he never, like, went after it. We're gonna see a Versus Seeker for Colress. Interesting. So... He's looking for those basics, right? There's a Guzma. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. He's gonna have 2 cards left. He's already played Stretcher, right? Yeah, he's already played Stretcher. He hasn't played Dowsing Machine yet, though. This Execute is gonna get benched. He's gonna bench both Executes to get the Colress. Or he's gonna bench one to maximize the Colress. Or not. Is he gonna put them back? Oh no, he's gonna Dowsing Machine. Okay, so he's making the right move. He's gonna Dowsing Machine for Rescue Stretcher. Yeah. So close. I don't think we're gonna win this one. It's gonna be super, super close. But unless I top deck my DC, I'm not going to win. Unless I top deck my last DC, I'm not going to win. So that Delinquent my opponent used ended up being huge. Zorua, Foul Play Zork, and Shaman. So 12 cards, he draws 8 of them. I hope he whiffs. There's a DC. There's a Zorua. Is he going to have to bench and execute? No. Doesn't whiff here. Oh. Yeah, we can't win. Well, I need to top deck energy. The only way I win is if I top deck energy. That way I knock out Zorua. That's the only way I win here. Oh, with that choice band, he didn't need to bench the Shaman or the Zorua. Without choice band, he didn't need to bench the Zorua. So yeah, I mean, Versus Seeker for N, it's just not good enough. It is just not good enough. I deal 30 damage. I deal 30 damage. He might have Shaman for the band indeed. That's true. Yeah, discard the Shaman. He should have discarded the Zorua. I mean, it's N to 1, right? But he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 cards. He's gonna see 5 of them. And he has not played a single Versus Seeker. Oh no, he's played 1, I guess. I don't see how. Now that Remoraid is gonna cost me, right? Now having the Remoraid is going to cost me. And the fact that I lost the Super Rod, if I still had Super Rod, I could Lele for teammates and that would be game. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do because I didn't get that energy. Another energy would have been game. Oh well. Yeah, there's no way he's going to whiff the Versus Seeker for the Guzma. And even if I get DC now, I can never get knockout on the Zork. Yeah, no chance here. No chance. So I need the last 3 Versus Seekers to be in the bottom 4 cards. Well, yeah, he has DC as well. Well, he has 1 DC left, I guess. He needs a DCE to retreat. He needs Versus Seeker plus DCE. The DCE is a card that he might with. Ah, that Remoraid. It was always there and it was never useful, and then it's going to cost me the game. GG fake Tablemon though. GG imposter Tablemon. Is that noise a wind? Yes, that noise is a wind. That noise is indeed the wind. Okay, please DC, be at the bottom cards. I mean, even if that happens, we still don't win technically. If I add Octillery. Ooh, Field Blower. Does that mean he didn't get it? I mean, you retreat, right? If you don't get it, you retreat. Versus Seeker. Delinquent? Guzma, there it is. Why would you play the Field Blower then? Why would you slow roll me with the Field Blower? Why play the Field Blower? Seriously. Oh, he doesn't have it. He actually didn't get it. What? 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 I hate you, Octillery. I hate you, 1/1 Octillery. There's a silly Octillery. Oh my god. What on earth just happened? How did I win that game? What? Busted in. The DC was a key card. 1,000 damage. We dealt 1,000 damage this game. Wow. Okay. That was a very, very intense match. That was a very cool match. That was a very, very cool match. GG, Imposter Tablemon. That was fun. Very good game. Very good game. Very, very good game. That was super intense indeed. So yeah, great way to finish off Gardevoir for today. We're gonna be moving to Turbo Dark. Why didn't he get rid of his own DC when he blowered? Well, DC doesn't. Oh, I mean, he should have manually retreated. Yes, he should have manually retreated in order to not have the energy, so I wouldn't deal the extra damage. That is true. But he still had the Zorua on the bench, right? So I still could have knocked out the Zorua without second energy. So technically it didn't matter. Technically it didn't matter, right? I think. The Zorua was still in there, right? But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. I will be right back with you guys on Twitch. I'm going to be moving on to Turbo Dark. For Expanded, we'll see how we do with that. And I will be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere.